I'm about to go for a run. Right now I'm at the De Anza track, and I just put the camera wedged it in a tree. And then I'm gonna have my Aikido class. Running feels good. Running makes me happy. It produces endorphins. I don't do it very often, but it's good. I know it's healthy for me. It's something that can help me get out of depression, I think. And I'm gonna run with friends, and I'm working on doing a community garden at De Anza. I'm working on getting the district to do a boycott of Arizona because of the SB 1070 thing. And I'm working with groups of people on those things. I'm primarily doing that, you know, not so much because I'm concerned about the issues, and I am concerned about the issues, and I'm enjoying being part of it, but it feels almost like I should be beyond all that stuff right now, right? Like I don't need the shelter of a college environment to be involved in activism. I can do bigger stuff in the world than one can do in the environment of a college. And so it feels a little frustrating. It feels like I'm stuck in the shallows when I'm ready for the big pool. But the reason why I'm choosing to stay in the shallows is the reason why I'm choosing to work on these projects when, you know, they feel a little small for me right now, is that, you know, I want to prove myself to people. I'm aware of this negative image of me that exists, and one way people can come to know that I'm good is by seeing me do good things in the world. And so I guess I'm working to build support, which I think is okay. You know, I ask myself a little bit if it's perhaps a little manipulative, but you know, I guess I've been honest to people about it, like I'm involved in this, you know, I care about the issue, but it's also for this reason. So if I'm being open and honest about why I'm being involved in it, even to the people whose opinion of me I'm trying to shape, I say, you know, I'm doing this so that you can see me as good. I think that kind of redeems it. I think it kind of makes it okay. I'm really scared of not having personal contact with people and allowing that image to predominate. Is that the right verb? Predominate? Yeah, I think it is. You know, there's some excitement, there's some interest. It's just, you know, and I love how I have something to offer as well. You know, it's like, you know, it's like, especially with the SB 1070 thing, I'm working with people who don't really have any idea what they're doing. Unfortunately, they're also the people who don't really see what I have to offer as much, but you know, there's this kind of unfortunate obligation to democracy in the group, which is inappropriate to that context, or it's inappropriately applied, because the way it results is we need to let somebody who isn't as good at something do it, just so we let everybody do something, and you know, then the result of the group becomes something worse than it could have been. But that's fine, it doesn't really need to be acknowledged. And you know, I mean, we're still going to have the same result. It's still, the district is still going to boycott Arizona, which is great. That's not a for sure thing, but I think that'll happen. I don't know if there's anything else. Let me think again, I guess. I guess I'd like to describe this depression. It's like I looked online at this income calculator for somebody who's 30 years old, who lives in my zip code. A 30-year-old male living in my zip code, the expected income, or I guess the average, that probably means average income, is something like $103,000. And here I am with no career built, no income that I'm getting for myself. My parents are paying for me to live right now. And you know, it makes me feel behind, and I am behind. I think I'm probably about 10 years behind in terms of success. I'm at the equivalent level of like a 20-year-old, really. I probably have more experience and more of value to offer in the world. Certainly more than I did at 20 years old, more than most people at 20 years old do, perhaps more than most people at 30 years old do. But in fact, probably that's true. But my ability to implement that potential has been not what one might have expected. And that makes me feel bad. It kind of makes me wonder about, it kind of makes me imagine that other people would look down upon me. Particularly women, I guess. Women who I might be interested in. Oh yeah, I never did end up contacting Kelsey or trying to get in her book club. I said hi to her on a Facebook Messenger thing twice and she didn't respond, and I figured that was a sign of no interest. And I could have more assertively asked if I, you know, could come to the book club or whatever, but I told her that I'd write this resolution for Laveau's, for the DASB Senate, to give notices of its meetings to Laveau's, and I haven't written that. And I felt like, well, I told her I was going to write that, and I should at least write that and deliver it to her before I ask her if I can come to the book club. And I haven't written it because it's like, well, I've got another resolution to write about the SB 1070. I already wrote the one for the district, but I didn't write the resolution for the DSB Senate, and I feel like that's the more important resolution to write. It's certainly more time sensitive, and I need to write some other things about some other projects, and I've got classes, which should probably be highest priority right now. So yeah, that's why. And I think maybe that's okay, you know? I mean, a man's priorities should be first on his work, and I don't know, maybe that might seem sexist to some people, but maybe a human's work should be first on their work and second on their relationships. I don't know. And I wonder about my value, my intrinsic worth, you know? With me not having much to show about what I've built in my life. You know, I think there probably is some intrinsic worth to my ability to value and honor other people, and you know, I think I have some wisdom, and there's some value in that. And you know, I'm not stuck in a lot of psychological issues that a lot of people are, focusing on needs. Certainly not that I'm free of psychological issues, but I just, you know, a lot of people just seem to be in this hopeless situation, right? And I'm not there in terms of personal development and growth. I'm fairly well developed, I think, in a lot of ways. It's just in this way of actually having done things in the world and having something to show, there's a huge deficiency there. And I've certainly been a contributing, working member of society before, and I'm not doing that now, so that I can have more time and attention to devote to what I'm doing here, which I'm not doing very effectively right now, but not doing that, you know, really makes me feel of less worth, and I just kind of wonder to what degree I can feel intrinsically of worth. You know, because just on an instinctual level, that's something that people look for, you know, and judge. Alright, so I guess that's it. Thanks for your time, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that feels right. Thank you for your time. Yeah, thank you for your time. Bye.